The strange and misunderstood relationship between Joel and Ellie. People who love this game tend to over-exaggerate the relationship between Joel and Ellie. They like to think of them as father and daughter. This is most likely because of daddy issues players have in real life. It's 2025. Nobody got a dad.
You ain't got no dad in your life. Who? Nah, I'm talking to the in the chat.
I don't either.
You don't got no dad?
Hell no.
Me neither. You don't? You got a dad?
Joel and Ellie not being related to each other allowed their relationship to grow into something different. If they were related in any way, the dynamic would have been more similar to Henry and Sam or Tommy and Joel's relationship.
Sam, what are you doing? Nothing. Get rid of it.
My backpack is practically empty.
What's the rule about taking stuff?
It weighs like nothing.
The rule. What is it?
We only take what we have to.
That's right. Now come on.
Throughout the story, the characters give each other their space and respect each other's boundaries. Joel barely touches Ellie unless it's 100% necessary. Prime example being jumping off the bridge. But in the intro of the game, Joel spends a lot of time in direct contact with Sarah, guiding her and literally carrying her, as any parent should. Ellie not having parents means she wouldn't be able to recognize parental behaviors or even want someone to fill that role. Having Joel be a parent in his past life means that he has knowledge in dealing with kids, and having him be from the old world in our time would make him no stranger to adoption as a concept. However, from his perspective, Sarah dying was a sign that he failed as a parent. From his eyes, he got his own kid killed, and he would not want to protect and take care of someone else's. My main point is that this is not a child-parent relationship. If I said it was an older brother dynamic, it would seem ridiculous at first, but it would still be plausible. Ellie never revealing how she got bit highlights how she didn't respect the parent-child dynamic. If you spent a year, 365 days, with a stranger, which is more days than Joel and Ellie actually spent together in the first game, would you consider them your father or your child? The answer is no. So why do people, even the creators, love to call Ellie father and daughter? Well, that's because it's easier to explain it like that. If Joel died in winter and Ellie spent a year with David, would that make her David's daughter and make David her new dad? Joel made parental decisions, yes. And he was also a parent, and those tendencies and skills don't just evaporate. But that doesn't mean the next kid you spend time with is automatically going to be your kid. She was 14 at the time, and a lot of you wouldn't accept your own father into your life if you were that age. Why would she think of this random guy as her father? The developers don't want to spoil anything, even when they are being paid and told to spoil it.
And Neil, what would you say the characters are fighting for?
Joel is definitely fighting to protect himself, and the way to do that is to protect Ellie. Ellie, it's interesting. It's I don't know why my mind is like, I don't want to spoil where the story's going, but I guess this is the whole point of this conversation.
They want you to experience this game for yourself and come to your own conclusions. The second game's existence should make you rethink the relationship between Joel and Ellie for a bunch of reasons. But for the sake of this video, I'd like to compare their relationship to Abby and Lev's. Nobody calls Abby Lev's mom or her dad, and that should say a lot. There are plenty points throughout the story in the first game that you should question the relationship between Joel and Ellie, and I will be going more in depth in future videos. This video is supposed to set the foundation and make you reconsider what you were told. Be on the lookout for more videos and check out the channel and subscribe. Anyways, in conclusion, their relationship was not father and daughter. The age difference, obviously it's easier to say, yeah, that's her father, which is something that Henry and Sam also do. They make the assumption that Ellie and Joel are father and daughter, but it's not. It's something completely different, obviously, because you have to take into the context of what their life is now like in that era. Ellie mentions, where are anybody's parents? This is a new normal for them. Like, nobody has parents. This implies that the parents died to let their children live. And clearly, they're not in no type of romantic relationship. It's not romantic. There was no type of any inkling suggesting any type of romance. They didn't even try to like confuse that type of energy with Joel and Ellie, which is very impressive considering that they are strangers and he is an old man and she's a teenage girl. But they do play with that idea when they introduce David as a character. When they introduce David as a character, they like to play with that idea that he could be dangerous, he's a stranger, you shouldn't trust him, he could have sexual intentions. But you never once throughout the game make that type of connection between Joel and Ellie. And it's mostly due to the intro with Sarah. And yeah, the intro with Sarah plays a major part in that, which is why you have to play through that section. And if you skip that Sarah section, or like just don't pay attention to it, or it's not as effective, the rest of the story doesn't really hold as much weight. You'll probably be like, yo, why are you hanging out with this strange man? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I have more videos in the future talking about that. Anyways, subscribe. Hopefully you learn something new.
And I'm curious, Ashley, what you think of Ellie's choices of going off into this unknown with this person, with Joel, right? Who only a few hours ago was a complete stranger to her.
Well, I feel like if she trusts Marlene, and she does, she knows that this person, Marlene trusts this person. And so all she can do in this moment she's trying to figure out what this all means. And if this person can help her with that, then she's going to go on the journey with this person. But I don't think she was prepared to care for this man as much as she does. And I think I love how Ellie is written. I think all of the choices she makes are so bold and brave. And I mean, I've said this before, I still feel so proud that I was able to play this character. But I think their relationship is so interesting and different. And yeah, I mean, I love the choices she makes. I think they're perfect for her.